From tropical rainforests, across farmland and city streets, to Africa's vast grasslands, these creatures carry one of the deadliest weapons on Earth. Capable of bringing human civilization to a halt. Silent and unseen, but deadly. One of nature's evolutionary weapons. Disease. Welcome to the world of wild assassins. Zoonotic diseases have impacted human civilization throughout history. Transmitted from countless animals across the globe to humans. From the first ever plague that spread across the globe, killing 25 million people, to the Black Death that eradicated 60% of the population of Europe. These plagues have torn through civilizations, leaving societies, governments, and farming practices changed forever. Outbreaks of diseases have changed humanity. Overturning the world as we know it. From bats, rats, and monkeys, to ticks and mosquitoes, to dogs, and countless livestock. Unaware of the weapon they bear, these animals have the power to collapse societies, spreading new and old diseases that can be fatal. Ancient, hidden, and mighty. One of nature's deadliest weapons. On Earth for 34 million years. Found on every continent populated by man. There are as many of them as there are humans, carriers of countless diseases. Rats. Blamed for outbreaks throughout history. Man and the wild rat have constantly been enemies. Found anywhere from the world's inner cities to its surrounding meadows and grasslands. They boast a population of 7 billion. Drawn to human homes for food and shelter. These unwelcome house guests can wreak havoc. Chewing through wires, destroying furniture, they can cause permanent damage. Rats will eat anything they can get their paws on. The great city of New York is overrun with these pests. with an estimated 2 million calling this city home. Intelligent creatures, they avoid traps and evade danger. It takes a team of professionals to tackle a rat infestation. Their existence has created countless issues for the city that never sleeps. The biggest threat rats pose to humans, however, is disease. Rats carry pathogens that can transmit diseases to humans. In the Middle Ages, rats carried the bacteria that caused the Black Death, their fleas transmitting the plague to humans. In modern society, humans have gone on to experiment and test on rats, revealing them to be highly intelligent creatures, frequently outperforming humans in cognitive tests. Mankind's fear of rats is rooted in a history of disease, but there is much humans have learned from them. The lab rat has made invaluable contributions to many medical advancements. But sadly at the cost of abuse. As humans and rats come closer together, the chances of spreading disease have increased. Despite mankind's history of conflict with rats, these rodents do play an important role in every ecosystem. They maintain the health of grasslands and forests, while also providing a major food source for many predators. Despite hosting many diseases and parasites, rats are essential to our planet. Without them, ecosystems would collapse. Scavengers of our cities. Found in almost every household across the globe. Man's best friend. Yet countless carry a deadly disease. Dogs. Dogs were the first animals domesticated by humans. In the present day, more than 471 million dogs are kept as pets worldwide. Found in thousands of households across the globe. Dogs are loyal, lovable, and caring creatures. Who throughout history have been respected for their obedience and devotion to man. Dogs have always been protectors, living alongside and within human homes peacefully. They are a constant source of happiness for children and adults alike, providing comfort and companionship for many people across the globe. In most countries, it is required by law to vaccinate both cats and dogs against rabies. It is a disease that is 100% preventable with vaccination. Yet in up to 99% of cases, domestic dogs are responsible for rabies virus transmission to humans. Symptoms of rabies in dogs include fever, difficulty swallowing, excessive drooling, staggering, seizures, and even paralysis, with stray dogs being more likely to carry the disease. If a human is bitten by a rabid dog, the effects can be fatal. While dogs are not the most rabid creatures, their close contact with humans makes them the most likely to transfer it to them. Dogs may be man's best friend, but vaccines are important in stopping the spread of disease. Ensuring we can live alongside these animals for centuries to come. Man's best friend. Found on every continent on Earth, in woodlands and meadows. With over 900 species, these minute arachnids can bite and burrow into human skin, spreading disease from within. Ticks. Often mistakenly thought to be insects, ticks are actually classed as arachnids. Armed with 6 to 8 legs and curved teeth. They use both to climb onto and attach themselves to a host. As parasites, they feed on the blood of their victim. In America alone, 50,000 people are bitten by a tick annually. Most active in the spring and summer, ticks cannot fly or jump, only crawl. They can carry infections such as Lyme disease and tick-borne encephalitis. Transmitting these diseases in under 48 hours. If bitten, prompt removal is crucial. Found in tropical rainforests across the globe. Curious and carefree creatures. Their bite and scratch can spread deadly diseases. Monkeys. Monkeys have been on Earth for 85 million years. Found on 5 of the Earth's continents. They are classified in 2 main groups: Old World monkeys and New World monkeys. Between them, there are over 200 different species. Old World monkeys include baboons, red colubuses, and macaques. While New World monkeys are made up of 5 primate families found across South America, such as marmosets, tamarins, capuchins, and spider monkeys. Agile and intelligent primates. Monkeys are some of the closest animal relatives to humans. We all have evolved from a common ancestor over the last 60 million years. But we are not entirely similar. Monkeys walk on all fours, have a tail, and smaller brains than humans. But that does not mean they lack in intelligence. As studies show, monkeys have good cognitive skills. Monkeys can spread diseases to humans. Every year, people are bitten or scratched. Some countries have banned monkeys as pets because of this. But the risk of infection still remains. Risks from monkey bites include serious wound infections, herpes B virus, and rabies. They may be extraordinary creatures. But as human expansion grows, mankind is brought closer to these animals. The chances of contracting deadly diseases increasing. Monkeys have been tested on for decades. Tens of thousands are used in research and testing around the world every year, mainly to check the safety and effectiveness of human medicines and vaccines. Research relating to human reproduction and brain functions. Several countries have banned testing on apes. But experimenting on monkeys continues. Despite the fact they experience emotion in similar ways to humans. They can feel pain, psychological distress, and suffering. Monkeys' resemblance to humans has cost them. Countless monkeys across the globe are tested on, primarily for human medicines and vaccines. Emotionally intelligent creatures, monkeys can feel suffering. Innumerable organizations across the globe are fighting to stop the use of monkeys in labs, contesting for more humane alternatives. Monkeys play an important role in their native habitats, pollinating flowers and dispersing seeds. A keystone species. They deserve to be safeguarded. Found on every continent populated by man. feeding on human blood. These flying insects carry deadly diseases. Half of the human population is at risk. Mosquitoes. On Earth for over 220 million years. Flying insects found in almost every part of the world. Across the globe, there are over 3,000 species of mosquito, estimated to have a population of 110 trillion. They have the power to transmit many diseases, from chikungunya, dengue, West Nile virus, yellow fever, Zika viruses, and malaria. Feeding on human blood, they easily transmit disease, many of which can be deadly. Infected mosquitoes transmit viruses through their saliva. Small and unassuming, most will not feel their bite until it is too late. They wield a deadly weapon. Despite the deadly diseases they carry, mosquitoes are essential to planet Earth. Not only are they pollinators, but mosquitoes and their larvae are essential food sources for many creatures, including birds, bats, and aquatic animals. Without mosquitoes, many populations could be impacted. While they can spread diseases, mosquitoes must feed from warm-blooded creatures in order for them to survive. $3.6 billion livestock animals inhabit Earth, sources of meat, dairy, and materials. From the 940 million cattle reared as livestock, to half the global pig population living in China, to the 40 billion chickens raised in factory farms across the globe. These creatures can spread deadly diseases. Livestock. Integral to every continent populated by man. These creatures provide meat, milk, labor, and leather. Harborers of the first animal pathogen identified as a virus. Cattle. Cows have been reared as cattle for over 10,000 years. Today, there is an estimated 1.5 billion on Earth. Every continent except Antarctica raises at least one breed of cattle. They are providers of meat, milk, labor, and hundreds of other products that people use in everyday life. Yet despite all their uses, cattle carry countless deadly diseases. from anthrax to E. coli to bovine tuberculosis. Another disease they carry is foot and mouth disease, a highly contagious disease that was first identified in the 16th century. Bovine tuberculosis first became a serious problem in Victorian England as people crowded together in large cities. Many of the cows they were sourcing milk from were infected. In the present day, milk is still the common source of infection. Other diseases cattle carry are transmitted the same way, or by contact with infected animals. In modern day, it is much less likely to contract these diseases, with laws in place to limit the chances of infection. But the risk of disease still remains a threat to cattle themselves, the biggest killer of cattle today. In cramped conditions, deadly diseases spread quicker. Cattle deserve to roam free. Found and raised all over the world. With a population of 784 million. Lovers of the outdoors, they are found in sties. Responsible for many pandemics and epidemics. Pigs. Pigs are farmed and raised all over the world. First domesticated 9,000 years ago. They now boast a population of 780 million. Pigs are gentle creatures with surprising intelligence, preferring to live in stable families or small groups. As humans have spread across the globe, pigs have followed alongside. Most pigs in the world today are farmed. Raised for slaughter, many live in cramped conditions, where disease can thrive. Pigs can spread diseases to humans, such as salmonella, hepatitis, pathogenic E. coli, and swine influenza. Between 2009 and 2010, swine flu spread across the globe. Pigs are vulnerable to diseases that affect not only humans, but can wipe out entire pig populations. Welfare is of the utmost importance to protect these creatures and prevent the spread of deadly diseases. In farms, fields, and factories across the globe lives the most populous bird in the world. With a population of over 33 billion, they live in close quarters, spreading and harboring diseases. Chickens. Chickens have been on Earth since before the Common Era, aiding human civilizations across the globe for thousands of years. Domestic chickens are the most numerous bird in the world. Recently revealed to be intelligent and emotional beings. They are social and gregarious birds, thriving in the company of other hens, with one cockerel to every 5 to 15. They build strong bonds and connections with one another. But when kept on their own, chickens are known to become anxious and depressed. Chickens experience social contagion, or what we know as empathy, meaning they feel distressed when they see other chickens in distress. They are emotionally complex creatures. The most populous bird in the world, chickens are also the most abused. Though they can barely fly, the chicken has become the world's most migratory bird. In food form. Living in intensely constricted conditions. Chickens can spread disease. From Salmonella and Campylobacter to Newcastle disease and avian influenza. Pandemic experts say another avian flu pandemic will come. It is not a question of if, but when. This is a disease exacerbated by factory farming. Livestock animals have been central to human survival for millennia. First as food, tools, and leather for ancient hunter-gatherers, to livestock reared by farmers for meat, milk, and labor. Without them, human civilization would have been unable to progress. Yet many of these creatures are treated inhumanely. In close confinement, they're vulnerable to diseases that can wipe out entire populations. On farms, they're exposed to unclean water, harmful chemicals, and dead animals, all of which can spread disease. Despite the countless assets they offer to humanity, they are not treated with dignity, respect, or compassion. Efforts to stop the mistreatment of livestock animals are the only way to limit the spread of disease and improve animal welfare, to keep all creatures on Earth safe. Protecting livestock is key. On Earth for many millennia, these creatures have become immune to the diseases they carry. They can wreak havoc on human populations. With over 1,400 species across the globe, found almost everywhere in the world. Bats have been on Earth for 50 million years. Some bats are solitary, but many live in colonies in their thousands, helping to increase reproductive success. With billions of bats across the globe, they are the second largest group of mammals by species. Bats have evolved over the millennia to reach speeds of over 160 kilometers per hour. Navigate using echolocation, and have a highly adaptive immune system. The largest bats in the world are fruit bats. They play an essential role in pollination and seed dispersal, feasting on fruit, berries, leaves, and bark. Not all bats are herbivores, with many eating insects, beetles, gnats, and crickets. They are evolutionary wonders, able to hunt food in the darkness, consume 1,200 mosquitoes in a single hour, and they have an unparalleled immune system. Bats are the source of more dangerous viruses than any other mammal, able to transfer diseases to humans with their bite, or from a human consuming an infected animal. Bats themselves are unaffected by the diseases they carry, their immune systems having evolved to fight off infections quickly. Bats are long-term hosts for Ebola, rabies, the Marburg virus, and potentially even coronavirus. All of which can be deadly if contracted by a human. Evolutionary tricks and fierce immune systems have made bats the perfect hosts for these diseases. The diseases from bats becoming deadlier as their strong immune systems battle against them, making the consequences even more alarming when these diseases are transmitted. Ecological systems across the globe are changing, leading to more opportunities for viruses like these to emerge. With coronavirus bringing the world to a standstill in recent years, Ebola causing major loss of life throughout Africa, and outbreaks of the Marburg virus on the rise. As mankind expands, so does the risk of contracting deadly diseases. Evolution has made bats the perfect hosts for disease. Their powerful immune systems producing deadly pathogens. As humans and animals come closer together, the consequences can be alarming. Yet bats are not to blame. It was humans who altered ecological systems worldwide. Bats themselves could be the cure. Their immune system's the perfect study for how humans can tackle these diseases. Bats play an important role in Earth's ecosystems. As pollinators and controlling pest species, bats all across the world deserve to be protected. All creatures on planet Earth carry diseases, including humans. But not all can be deadly. Across the globe, diseases are spreading further and faster than ever before. As human civilization expands, mankind and nature are brought closer together, creating the perfect opportunities for diseases to spread. From the food and drink we consume, to the creatures in our homes, disease is everywhere, but many can be avoided. Introducing safer farming practices, battling against climate change, and further humane research into vaccinations and medicines could protect humans and animals alike from even more diseases. There is so much to learn from the animals that carry these deadly diseases. From how to cure them, treat them, and prevent the spread. To pave a brighter path for the future, will take the efforts of all mankind.